Hi, my name is Cherrick Gordon, and this is the Baby Master PT Live Q&A, where you write questions in and send in your questions, and I answer them live on the air. So today's question comes from a parent who is concerned about her baby, and the question is, "Hi there, my daughter is 19 months old. She isn't walking independently yet. She scoots around on her bottom. She can pull the stand on me and on select furniture. What can I do to help her work on her balance or to help her get moving more independently? Thank you for your time." First of all, I appreciate the question. That was well thought out and well worded, giving me some context as to what we're getting into. So here's the plan. I'm going to show you why bottom scooting does not really set you up for success in terms of your baby being able to, one, pull to stand using any form of furniture and also be able to actually stand and walk. So let's take a step back and look at how a baby who is bum shuffling actually moves. And then we're going to compare that to crawling on hands and knees and why one is better than the other. So here's what a baby who's bum shuffling typically does. They sit on their bottom, they bend their knees, and they kind of scoot along like this. Now, here's what I've noticed in my career. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I've noticed that most babies who are bum shuffling, they really don't bum shuffle straight upright. A lot of them lean to one side, have one hand down on the ground, and now baby is bum shuffling kind of like this, where they're scooting along, scooting along. Now, that compared to the hands and knees crawling position. Hands and knees, baby is like this, baby's on their hands and knees crawling. So if we go back to the bum shuffle and let's say we take this baby and she crawls to a piece of furniture and now she wants to be able to stand, that becomes challenging because if baby is bum shuffling and she scoots her bottom all the way up to the furniture, she is kind of leaning backwards. You can see that she's just not positioned ergonomically or mechanically in a good way to be able to reach out, grab that piece of furniture, and actually hold on and pull herself up because she's leaning backwards and all of her body weight is to the back, to her back. And so a couple of things strikes me about this. One, the parents mentioned that baby can pull to stand on mom. And I'm suspecting just based on the way mom worded it, where she's baby can pull to stand on mom and baby can pull to stand on certain pieces of furniture. Mom said select pieces of furniture. So baby is not able to pull to stand. I would say mom is probably helping baby to stand up a lot more than mom realizes. And so that's why baby can pull up to stand mostly with mom's help because baby can scooch her little bottom to mom. Mom can then hold baby's hands and help baby to be able to stand up. That's not real standing. That's not a baby pulling to stand because she's not doing it on her own. So let's talk about a couple of different strategies and techniques that a parent can use whose baby's bum shuffle that a mom can use to get baby out of that habit. So I'm going to give mom a couple of exercises that mom can do. One, mom can sit on the ground the way I'm seated right now. Put baby to sit on mom's leg, bend those knees, bring the knees in under, bring baby's feet in under her knees, and cue baby to do some squats. Typically, a baby who does a lot of bum shuffling, they're really not using their legs the way legs are supposed to be used to propel the body upward. The fact that mom still has to hold this baby's hand to help baby to stand tells me there's still some underlying weakness there. That's the first way mom can show baby how to do some squats to start to strengthen those legs. Another way that mom can position herself on the ground, put baby one of baby's legs on either side of mom's legs so that baby is standing straddling mom's legs. Put baby to stand on your leg and again reposition the feet under the knees so that baby is in a position where she is primed to do a good quality squat. Upper body's leaning forward a little bit. Mom can hold her hands like this and cue baby to stand up. If baby stiffens her knees when she's in the standing position and doesn't want to go back down because she doesn't want to do another squat, she's on to you that you're trying to get her to exercise. Bring your foot up to touch baby's bottom, and baby will automatically kind of just sit on your leg. And now you can bring your leg back down, and you see the way you brought baby back down, and now you're preloaded into that pre-squat position, and you're ready to rock and roll and go ahead and do another squat. Of course, you want to keep this nice and light and fun and easy to where you're just playing around with baby, but you're actually doing some of the work to make sure the baby's legs are actually getting stronger. Another activity that you can do with a baby who likes to bum shuffle is to create a simple obstacle course for a baby like this. And so, what I would typically do is take a couple of cushions and just put the cushions, take a couple of cushions, put the cushions on the ground in front of baby, and put a toy off to one side, put a toy in front of you. What I would typically do is put a toy in between the cushions that I'm putting to cue baby to be able to move out of that bum shuffling way of moving, and see if you can get baby to now actually start crawling over an obstacle course in a more traditional kind of way, to where when baby comes and she's here, if you can cue baby to put her hands on the cushion and be able to move out of that bum shuffle position and more into a hands and knees position, even if you need to help baby get out of that position. And now, as baby is on this and baby is trying to figure out how to get to the toy, she's actually going to start activating her core trunk muscles, her leg muscles, her hip muscles, her chest muscles, and actually be just crawling, trying to get to the toy. Now, when baby is in this position, I want you to take a step back, or at least try to take a step back. I find that a lot of times parents who are working with a little one and the little one is a little bit behind, you tend to want to jump in and help them, want to jump in and help them, want to jump in and help them. If you're going to jump in and help them, I want you to do a couple of things. One, pause for 20 seconds. Give them a nice and slow 20-second count while they are trying to figure it out. Don't rob your baby of the struggle of being able to figure out how to crawl on their hands and knees or figure out how to get over an obstacle. Let the brain figure that out. That's some important brain work happening right there as baby is trying to figure out how to get over this obstacle and get to the toy. Let her come up in commando crawling and move those arms and move those legs and let the legs slip, and then she try again to get that knee up onto the cushion. Once the knee is up onto the cushion, she is building core trunk strength. She's building the muscles that are required to pull that knee up onto an elevated surface. This is all super important work with regard to her being able to figure out how to move her body in space and strengthen her body. And now you try to make it to where it's fun, everybody's having a good time, but we're struggling, we're fighting, we're battling through it. That's what pediatric physical therapy is all about. It's about trying to figure out how to get over these obstacles. Now, once baby is able to crawl over a toy like that, over a cushion like this, then you're starting to now transition baby into a more hands and knees type of pattern of crawling. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. So what I like to do is use a tunnel, kind of like this one that I have right here. And I actually take this with me to the homes that I go into. And what I'll do is open up the tunnel. I like this one because you can pack it away once you're finished, and you can open it back up when you're ready to use it. And I like that. I like it for that reason, is that it's much more mobile. When you can clean up, put it away. What I like to do is simply take a couple of blocks. I like these blocks because they're soft and squishy and they won't hurt your kids once one of them throws it at the other one. And I'll take a couple of blocks for a baby who doesn't like to crawl on hands and knees, and I'll throw the blocks in the tunnel. I might go to the other end of the tunnel and do a peekaboo to baby and cue baby to crawl into the tunnel. Now, once baby does her little bum shuffle and she scoots up to the tunnel, she'll actually have to make a decision at this point as to how badly she wants to get to the blocks and be able to get on more of a hands and knees position and actually crawl into the tunnel. I like the tunnel as a really interesting psychological way of just getting baby onto hands and knees, because now you're not forcing baby, you're simply giving baby the option of crawling into the tunnel and getting the toy that's in the tunnel. If you take her favorite toy and throw it halfway into the tunnel, a lot of babies will crawl into the tunnel, or at least try to crawl into the tunnel to get it. Now, as baby continues to work on moving and continues to work on developing their strength, you want to start bringing baby towards the couch, letting baby crawl on hands and knees to the couch. Once baby gets to the couch, I like to encourage parents to put a toy on the couch that baby is interested in, put baby's hands up on the couch, and just hold baby right there. Take one of baby's legs and pop it up into that position like that. So now baby has one leg up and one knee down on the ground. And what you can do is take one hand, give baby a little bit of support under her tush, and give her a little boost to come up into standing. And what you've actually accomplished there is, I'm going to turn baby around so that you can see what you've done is you've helped baby to be able to bring one leg up like this, in this position, where baby just did a full lunge with all of her, or most of her body weight. Like I said, if you needed to give baby a little boost under her bottom and help baby to come up, starting from a position like right here where she's doing just a quarter of a lunge versus the full lunge, and now baby's starting to strengthen one leg individually. What I would encourage parents to do, if you have baby up against the couch and baby has their hands on the couch, baby's trying to figure out how to pull up, switch to that opposite leg. Switch to the right leg. We did the left leg first. Now we're switching to the right leg so that baby is getting exercise on both sides of her body. You're trying to maintain a certain sense of balance as baby's legs are getting stronger, and help baby to come up into a standing position and be able to then start cruising sideways. If you have any other questions, drop a comment and let me know, and I'll make a live for you and answer your question. I also want to remind you that I created a free PDF that covers the milestones from 0 to 12 months. It has everything you need to keep track of in there. You can download it, print it out, slap it on your refrigerator, and have it there as a quick reference so that you know when your baby's on track and when you need to reach out for some help. Okay, I will see you in the next live. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.